Xander enters from stage left facing stage right. This is Xander. Xander is the main character, and at a solid 15 years old, he acts like a real teenager, unlike many other books and shows. Next we have David. David is only 12 years old, but takes after his brother, Xander, a lot. So much so that he might as well just be a braver reskin. Now we have Victoria.
He's Papa.
We just need him to be the third person. Victoria for short. She doesn't matter to the story. Then we have the mom. Not Gertrude. She doesn't matter either. Whoosh. Finally, we have the father, Ed, known as Dad.
Papa.
Pay attention to him, because he's hiding something. Probably. Now that we have our cast of important characters, let's get right to the story. The book opens with a prologue about a very large man carrying a smaller woman to... Being the mystery story that it is, we won't find out where this is until we've read at least 100 pages of useless world building. Anyway, after the prologue, we see our characters on their way to Pinedale. Our main character, Xander, is upsetty because he had to leave Bay behind. While looking for houses in Pinedale, the family comes across an old Victorian with spoopy sounds. The family begins moving in, and we get the bulk of our useless world building, such as a linen closet that instantly transports David and Xander to their school. Or a forest clearing that makes you really strong, fast, and high-pitched. These aren't important and will never be mentioned again. David and Xander eventually find the plot hiding in the hallway in the form of a big boy. Investigation grants them 2 skill points and also finding a hidden door that leads to another hallway. This hallway is lined with doors, each of which leads to the same room, but each has different decorations that have a general theme. The rooms also have another door that is locked and likes pajama pants. Finally, in the last room, they figure out that putting on some of the items that decorate the room will unlock the door. This last door is also conveniently linked to the Roman Colosseum when it was in use, and Xander takes a peek. Xander gets caught in a nasty fight and gets saved by Daddy-O, who says, "Let's have some ice cream to help you deal with seeing a whole lot of death." And everything is fine. David then wants a piece of the action and goes to a jungle that immediately throws 3 tigers at him. Xander swoops in and yells at David for not understanding the danger he was just in. The main plot checks in again with Toria this time to keep her relevant enough for the story, and tell her some weird stuff but she doesn't remember. While looking at her stuff, Xander remembers that her bear can record voices, and he uses this to find out what the man said. Find out the man said some weird stuff in Greek that never gets translated.
Ooga booga, oogly boogly.
But don't relax yet, because the book's almost done. We haven't seen a climax yet. Big Boy shows up one last time and kidnaps their mom, just like in the prologue. Once everyone recovers from this, Dad drops an actually good bit of the story, revealing that he's actually the boy from the prologue, and his mommy got kidnapped as well. He had come back to look for her, but kind of failed hard on that. The book ends with the remaining characters getting you set up to read the next book with determined faces and a talking bear. The themes of this book involve a lot of cheesy stuff like family and honesty, seeing as how the lack of the second one caused all this. But there are underlying tones of the fact that sometimes things should just be left alone, and that meddling with such things can cause grief and pain. It's because of the father going back to the house that his wife is gone and Xander almost got PTSD. Overall, a very good book and a definite recommendation to all who don't mind having the whole thing spoiled for a school project.
For spoiling the book.
You've got.
Am I in a rush?
It's fine.
But don't relax yet, because the book's almost done. We haven't seen a climax yet. Big Boy shows up one last time and kidnap. Did you bump it open? Let's go find some earth to record.
We can't do that anymore.